So we've been talking all about International Women's Day here through the show, and we'll continue our discussion on it. But one important side of covering Women's Day was the side of politics. So we caught up with Michelle Rempel Wednesday this week to talk a little bit more about how women are involved in politics. Of course, with Women's Day coming up, we had to cover the political side of things in our country, so we asked the Honourable Michelle Rempel to chat with us a little bit. What are some barriers that you faced getting into politics?
You know, I think that there's a wide variety of barriers, and it's different for different women as well. You know, when I talk to women and try to encourage them to run, one of the first things I hear is, you know, it's just such a hostile environment. I don't want to deal with that. So I think it's overcoming the perception that, you know, politics is all about hostility, because there's a lot of actually, you know, cross-partisanship that happens. It's not necessarily transmitted in the media, and I don't want to say it's all roses either, but I think that's part of it. Certainly, you know, fundraising and financial barriers, you know, and when you're looking across demographics of women, I think that it's important to note that, you know, not all women come from the same background, right? You have a lot of, a disproportionate amount of single parents are women, right? So how do we reach into those types of community groups to get involvement? So childcare comes up quite frequently, and, you know, the travel. I travel a lot, right? That said, I think when you talk to women and say, this is such an amazing way to give back to your community, and to be a woman and be able to talk about economic policy, to be at the cabinet table, that's something that's unique in the world. There's a lot of places where women don't even get to vote. So, you know, I think it is about having a fulsome discussion on those barriers and then getting an involvement.
Do you think women are still intimidated? Is that still something we're facing?
You know, some of the fiercest people I know in politics are women. Yeah. So I think it's about having role models and showing that, you know, hey, if I'm here, you can be here too. You know, intimidation, I don't know is the right word. I think it's more learning how to grow a thick skin when it comes to verbal abuse, and certainly social media. It's a very great platform for communicating public policy, but it's also, you know, it's in my BlackBerry, it's in my purse at any point in time. So you have to learn how to sort of filter that out, block early, block often, and you know, just show that there is good in public discourse as well.
What would you say to a young girl right now who is thinking about getting into politics?
You know, I often have the opportunity to talk to students, and I love saying to the young women in the class, this is an opportunity that is open to you. Put this in the back of your mind as a career opportunity that is open to you at any point in your life, and think about it. And why should you do that as a young woman? Because you can. You know, again, we're so blessed in Canada to have a relatively easy to access political system. You know, we don't have corporate donations, we have election spending caps, so that levels the playing field. I think it's something that women need to know that they can do, and the only way that we will get more women elected to office is if they put their name on the ballot.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you talking to us.
Thanks for your time.